Radiologists, we stare at screens, interpret shadows, and save lives with the click of a mouse. But depending on where you are in the world, that skill set might get you a cozy apartment in the suburbs, maybe a penthouse overlooking the Mediterranean. So how much are radiologists earning around the world in 2025? Well, grab your passport because we're taking a global paycheck tour. Hey guys, Jazz here, and for those of you new to the channel, I'm an Australian-trained radiologist currently based in London. Now, before we get into the numbers, it's important to know why salaries vary so much between countries. So factors like number one, healthcare system, is it public, private, or a mix? Number two, demand and supply, are there enough radiologists or is there a shortage? Number three, cost of living, big cities versus rural areas. Number four, public versus private sector, are you employed by a government hospital or are you running your own clinic? And number five, how many days do you work? Radiology is a field with plenty of flexibility and people can work as little or as much as they want. Now, let's get into the juicy stuff, the salaries. So the salaries mentioned in this video are based on a full-time position, and remember there will always be outliers, and these examples are just standard base salary without incentives. So let's start with the United States. So land of private healthcare and hefty paychecks. In 2025, the average radiologist in the US is around $500,000 US per year, with interventional radiologists sometimes pushing into the $600,000 to $800,000 range. But there's a trade-off. Malpractice insurance is sky high and work hours can be intense. Next, heading down under, Australia pays its radiologists about 400,000 to 700,000 Australian dollars annually, depending on public versus private work. But in private practice, there is of course scope to earn a lot more if you either start a practice or join a partnership. Aussie radiologists enjoy great work-life balance thanks to a well-structured healthcare system and sunny weather. Bulk billing does lower income potential in some settings, but in private practice, especially in radiology groups, you do very well. In the UK, radiologists working in the NHS between 90,000 to 150,000 pounds per year. In private practice, you can double that and reach about 250,000 plus. However, there's a serious radiology shortage in the UK, so locum tenens work can be very lucrative. The downside is dealing with the NHS bureaucracy. Next is Canada. So radiologists earn about 400,000 to 550,000 Canadian dollars per year on average. Like Australia, most radiologists work in a hybrid public-private model, and fees vary by province. So if you're willing to work in remote areas like fly-in communities, the pay goes up. In Germany, public sector radiologists earn around 100,000 to 150,000 euros annually. Private practice owners can pull in about 400,000 plus euros. Germany's healthcare system is highly efficient and radiologists are in steady demand, but don't expect American-style paychecks unless you own your own practice. But hey, Germans usually get free university education and no med school debt, so that's a win as well. In India, radiologists earn anywhere between 2 million to 6 million rupees per year, which is about 25 to 75,000 US dollars. Private practice and teleradiology for foreign countries can boost earnings significantly. Many Indian radiologists read scans for the US and Australia overnight, earning competitive fees compared to their local work. Radiologists here might be paid less, but they probably read more scans in a day than some of us read in a week, which is some next level efficiency. Next up, we have the Middle East, which would include places like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. In the UAE and Saudi, expat radiologists can earn 300 to 500,000 US dollars tax-free, often with housing and traveling perks included. Demand is high and modern hospitals mean you're working with cutting-edge equipment. The catch, you might be working longer hours than you might expect, but again, will vary based on the facility. But again, the bright side there is no income tax, so go ahead and order that extra dessert. Now let's do a quick recap of the radiologist salaries around the world in 2025. So first we have the USA, 500 to 800,000 US dollars, Australia, 400 to 700,000 Australian dollars, UK, 90 to 250,000 pounds, Canada, 400 to 550,000 Canadian dollars, Germany, 100 to 400,000 euros, India, 25 to 75,000 US dollars, the Middle East, 300 to 500,000 US dollars tax-free. No matter where you practice radiology, it remains one of the best paid specialties in medicine. So where's the best place to be a radiologist? It depends on what you value: money, lifestyle, work-life balance, or avoiding paperwork. But one thing is clear, radiologists are in demand everywhere at the moment. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know below where would you ideally want to practice radiology. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.